Do any of us actually take the time to really think about what we're reading in the Bible? Like, I think about it in Psalm 23. It's one of the most popular psalms in modern day Christian culture. It's the one that most of us growing up in the church learned how to memorize and recite from a young age. And I found myself randomly saying it the other day, and I stopped at "Your rod and your staff comfort me." And I'm never afraid to go and look things up, so I went and asked Google because the Bible uses a lot of imagery that may be lost on us in modern day times. And one of the biggest sources of imagery is, of course, the comparison that the Lord is our shepherd and we are his sheep. So, what does a rod and staff do in terms of the shepherd and sheep relationship? Shepherds use the rod primarily for protection and discipline, employing it as a defensive weapon against predators and to count sheep, while the staff was for guidance and rescue, with its hooked end used to gently guide and rescue fallen sheep and keep the flock together. These two tools used together provide both comfort and security to the flock and the shepherd. The rod was a short, heavy stick or club used as a weapon to defend the flock from dangerous animals like lions or wolves. It was used to correct the sheep, ensuring they stayed on the correct path and didn't wander off. And I want to pause there because I know it wasn't like a really hard hit. It was more of like a love tap, right? That, hey, no, what are you doing? Come back this way. Because a lot of y'all like to act like whenever God does some discipline, oh, he's the worst thing ever. A shepherd could use the rod to count the flock by holding it across the entrance to the sheepfold as they pass underneath. The rod also symbolized authority and loving possession of the sheep. The staff was a longer, thinner stick with a hook at the top. The shepherd used the hook to gently guide the sheep, leading them in the right direction and keeping them together. The curved end of the staff could be used to reach out and rescue a sheep from a dangerous situation, such as a cliff ledge or thick bushes. It served as an extension of the shepherd's arm, providing leverage and support when moving across uneven terrain. The constant presence of the staff, visible above the flock, reassured the sheep and provided a sense of security and presence. So now I have a better understanding of what the psalmist was saying, what David was saying when he said, "Your rod and your staff comfort me," especially with the fact that he himself was a shepherd boy. And it's beautiful imagery that the Lord would use that through his spirit to make David write that down so we would understand just how much he cares for us, how much he guides us, how much he fights for us, and how much he will lovingly discipline us to make sure we stay on the right path. And that's good news, y'all. I love y'all. Shalom.